hope you're all doing well and had a restful weekend. If you hadn't had a chance already to check out Chef Michael's new video, it's a delicious pad thai recipe, so check that out if you haven't already. But this week marks the start of Mental Health Awareness Week, and our videos are going to centre around this theme. It would be unsurprising if our mental health hasn't been affected by the current situation in some way. So we wanted to share with you some things that we can do to improve our mental health and support it during this time. But also there's lots of additional resources available out there, so we'll focus on that on Wednesday. I'm going to put a link below to the Mental Health Foundation website, which will tell you all about Mental Health Awareness Week this week. But today I'm here just to introduce our new video, which is from Playful Edge. We had them on last Monday and it was a very, very well received video. The amazing Darius and Avril feature. They're talking about gratitude, and there is this brilliant gratitude exercise that I really encourage you to take part in. Practicing gratitude can have a real positive impact on the way we think, and also it can help us to feel more connected and a little bit more positive. So without any further ado, I'm going to hand over to the amazing Darius and Avril, and I will see you back here on Wednesday.
Hello Hotel School graduates and welcome back. My name is Darius, Chief Kahuna of the Playful Edge, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you another couple of thoughts that can help transform our experience of lockdown. Have you been applying the Playful Edge to your lives? How's it been? What playful purposes have you discovered to help you get out of bed in the morning? I hope you've been having fun and are beginning to feel more motivated and improving your sense of well-being in your daily lives. Remember, this journey is a process of positive self-creation that lifts us up on an upward spiral. Or have you been struggling? Well, that's okay. Struggle is part of the adventure when it comes to trying something differently. If you have, perhaps consider playing the game, I am the person I always wanted to be. What sort of things does that person get up to? Are they super confident? Do they play an instrument? Dance? Sing in the shower? What? Act as if you already are that person for the morning and see what happens. To do this, start by writing out a list of all the qualities that your perfect superstar self has and create that avatar. Be as detailed as you can get. Then, step into this avatar and imagine that you have suddenly become that guy. This is fun to do anyway, but it also bypasses any of those resistant thoughts you might be having to just showing up and having a go at something different. I'm pretty sure that your super confident, perfect superstar self doesn't have any hang-ups about a little bit of struggle to get things done. Have a go. Have lots of goes. Above all, have fun with it. Okay, so I should probably mention where I'm filming from in case you've been wondering. I rent a room on a retreat centre just outside London. We're full up at the moment, which means there's about 11 of us here, and most of us are long-term residents who would otherwise be homeless or in a difficult situation. All of us are freelance, so none of us have a job at the moment. Under lockdown, we are extremely fortunate to have outside space and beautiful surroundings, for which I am profoundly grateful for every day. Which brings me swiftly on to the first secret to feeling good I want to share with you today. Developing an attitude of gratitude. Personally, I regularly remember to practice gratitude, and now it's just a habit in me. It starts with the smallest of things. The fact that I have a roof over my head, a bed, food and fellowship. I want you to think of gratitude as a discipline. Start by focusing on the things that you already have and then add to the list. One of the secrets to feeling happy is wanting what you already have. And this is an active practice that needs encouragement within ourselves. If you get good at it, you can even begin practicing gratitude for the perceived bad things that come your way. but that's a different video altogether. Back to the Playful Edge for a moment. At the heart of the Playful Edge is the principle of acting as if. This is what actors do all the time, creating a character and breathing life into it. Essentially, we play Let's Pretend. And this takes us into the realm of our imagination. And the more we go there, the more we discover that our choices are actually limitless. The theory, by the way, is borrowed from the forefather of modern-day psychology, William James, who proposed that if you want to develop a quality within yourself, act as if you already have it. Well, we want to feel good and improve our sense of well-being. So perhaps for now, just consider the idea that by practicing being thankful for the things that we already have, we are actually acting as if we already feel good, and we develop a mindset in ourselves that looks for opportunities to feel good. The more we do this, the easier it becomes, and the more and more things we find to feel good about, until, hey, guess what? The quality of feeling good just simply becomes our habitual way of being. Okay, so this is the first invitation I have for you today. Spend some time, maybe just 5 minutes, considering what can I be thankful for today? Did you eat? Do you have a bed? A friend or even a fellow human being to say hello to? Maybe write out a list and carry it with you at all times so that you can refer to it when you notice that your thoughts are spiraling downwards rather than upwards. Remember, an attitude of gratitude is a discipline that requires practice. The more we do it, the stronger our muscle becomes and the better we feel. Here's another light-hearted game that you can play at, which is fun in and of itself, and also develops this habit at the same time. To introduce it, I want to introduce you to the Playful Edge's lead trainer, Avril. Avril is an actor and top improviser who for 15 years has been performing her brilliant stand-up comedy, I've seen it, and also improv with her troupe Ladyprov at London's only improv theatre, Hoopla. Improv, by the way, is the art of making things up as you go along, and it's a lot of fun. If you are interested in finding out more, I cannot recommend highly enough the school that I trained at, the Free Association. You can find them online at thefreeassociation.co.uk, and they are currently doing online courses. Okay, because it's under lockdown, Avril has pre-recorded this, or else she'd be sitting right here with me now. So here she is. Take it away, Avril.
Hello, so this is 8 Things. 8 Things is a physical warm-up that I have adapted just for you guys to help you find things to be grateful and thankful for throughout the day. As it's a physical warm-up, we're going to make a bit of space and do something a little bit physical to get our bodies energised. So we're going to start at the bottom with our feet and ankles. So you can see mine. Don't worry, I'll put them away now. Start rotating, left or right, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you can. You just start rotating the ankles back and forth, changing legs. And while you're doing this, you're thinking of something to be grateful for. And then you're going to say thank you and say that thing that you're grateful for. So I will start. Thank you for banana bread. There we go. And then you start on the legs and the knees. And take as much time as you want. I'm just demonstrating. So start to warm up those legs, knees. Move them, rotate them around. This is going to be the second thing that you're grateful for. So I'm going to say, thank you for the sunshine. And then we do the hips. Then you start to move the hips around. Be careful, do whatever you can. If it's too much, then do stop or do something different. Don't want any injuries. So do the hips. This is number 3 now. I'm going to say, thank you for the singing birds that I hear in the morning. And then we're going to do the torso area and the back. So you might want to stretch down, bending the knees. Do a little bit of a back stretch, whatever you want to do to warm up. This is number 4 now. So I'm going to say, thank you for the friends I get to talk to. Then we're going to do our arms. going to stretch up, all the way up. I keep trying to touch my ceiling. One day I'll get there if I eat my greens. So I'm going to say, thank you for my greens and healthy food. Come a bit closer now. And now we're going to do the shoulders. Roll them back and forth. You can even hold them tight for a bit. Just wake up those shoulders. What am I thankful for? I'm going to say, thank you for my lovely cosy flat. Now we do the head and the neck. Very gently. Be very careful. Just rolling it back and forth. Do that for some time. Maybe wake up the face. Say good morning or good afternoon or good evening whenever you're doing it to the face. Massage your head. Give yourself a treat. We're at number 7 now. So I'm going to say thank you for trees. I saw some beautiful trees on my walk today. And finally, number 8. We're going to shake it all out. I just want you to shake it out. Build up that energy. Release that positivity into the day. And number 8, what am I thankful for? Well, I want to say thank you for spending time with you guys. So thank you. So that was 8 things. That's an exercise you can do every day. You might find as you do it that you're saying the same things every time. That's absolutely fine. That means that they're important to you and that you're grateful for them. That's great. You might find that you start to find different things to be thankful and grateful for. That's also brilliant as well. There's no right or wrong answer. And it can be as simple as anything, or it can be something really, really big. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's just about you getting used to finding things to be grateful for and thankful for throughout the day, looking for those things and working that muscle. You might find, as you do it for a long time, that you've got more than 8 things to be grateful for and that you don't know what to pick. What a wonderful situation to be in. Have a good day.
Well, thank you for my hands and my body and waking up first thing in the morning. Thank you very much. Oh, and thank you, Avril. Wow, okay. So how was that for you? Do you feel energized? I certainly do. Did you find 8 things to feel grateful for? Remember, we cannot fail at this game. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. Just give yourself permission to have a go in the morning and then check in with yourself and see how you feel. As Avril said, at first you might be grateful for the same things all the time, but then you can find other things as you go along. The point is this: we're going to the play gym and we're strengthening our gratitude muscle until it's a natural habit for us to see more opportunities in our daily lives. We've begun the journey of positive self-creation that leads to a more empowered life and hence a greater sense of well-being. As you play the games I'm proposing for you, I want you to remind yourselves of the uber-powerful shamanic principle: the world is literally what you think it is. Consider this again for a moment. Do you believe that there's room in your life for a bit of play? Do you give yourself a fun 5 minutes just because you can? The first rule of playing is that we need to feel safe to do so. So before we begin, we need to create a safe space. But let's go further. Do you believe that the world is a safe place for you? Now, historically, it might not have been. And I'm not suggesting, especially now, that we ignore actual danger in our lives. However, more often than not, it is our fear that holds us back and not an actual danger. Then we act accordingly, justifying our behaviour with a story that fits with our fearful thinking. Let me give you an example. Let's pretend that we are a really posh restaurant. We order a steak to feel really good. Vegetarians and vegans, replace that with your favourite meal. We order it well done, but it comes to us rare. Oh dear, we don't feel good. So we should send it back, right? But then we have a thought. What if, as we've heard happens, but I'm sure that none of you would ever do this, the chef gets offended and spits in our steak as revenge for insulting his cooking? Oh no! Chef saliva and spit would make us feel horrible. So, just as we're about to make a complaint, we change our minds and tell the waiter that we're really happy with our meal. we don't actually know whether the chef will behave in such a way, but our fear has changed our minds as to what we want, and we decide that the best way to feel good is to put up, shut up, and put a brave face on it. Can you see how our wanting to feel good is actually dependent on our thinking, and how our fear has changed the outcome? We've settled for less, not taken a risk, and we've justified our behaviour with a story that fits our fearful thinking. Okay. Meanwhile, the chef and the waiter, both of whom would be mortified, by the way, if they found out that we weren't happy, leave us alone to enjoy our meal. I'll leave you with a suggestion that can free us up from any further resistance we have to just playing at life. I call it, nobody takes away my toys, because more often than not, our fear is a learned behaviour that has been internalised, but actually comes from somebody else who's had an impression on us, or maybe authority in our early years. For example, my mum, hi mum, is terrified of animals, especially in the wild. As a young boy, I used to make friends with all the horses in the fields on my way to school. I grew up in a tiny hamlet in Devon, and I could get to school like this. Or I'd discover slow worms, lots of them, under the rocks. My mum would always warn me of the dangers of approaching animals. And I confess, as I've grown up, my natural affinity with our furry friends has been usurped by some of Mum's fear and taken away my natural curiosity. So, let's take the power back and reclaim our toys. To do this, write out a list of all the things that you've really wanted to try but have felt too inhibited or fearful to do. Make this fun. Title it, Lives That I Would Love to Live. For me, I'd be a paraglider, a rock star for sure, a cowboy, and also perhaps an SAS survivalist. So once you've done that, what traits of those lives can you incorporate and play at again now? A few years ago, I bought a cowboy hat because I think they look really cool. At first when I bought it, I felt really self-conscious wearing it. But now, I get compliments all the time, and I don't even notice I'm wearing it. It's just become a part of me. So, I encourage you to have a go. Have lots of goes, and have fun with it. I hope you've taken some valuable ideas from this video, and begin to practice an attitude of gratitude in your daily lives as well. So until next time, safe journeys, Godspeed, and may the playful edge be with you. Adios, amigos! Yeehaw!
Madam,